Happy Tuesday. It's the Jam Nation podcast with Jonesy and Amanda.
Colin Fasnich joins us. He's got a new show called Kitchen Nightmares Australia. Interesting. He just doesn't go in and yell at people and tell them how to be better.
No.
As he says, Australia's been through a tough time. Floods, drought, fires, pandemic. Lots of people in the hospitality industry are really struggling. So as well as swearing at them, he tries to help them.
I'd like to see a bit of yelling from the Irish fellow. It's always
think you're
better.
going to get it.
It's always great to hear that. Oh, you feckin' idiot. What are you doing?
That's F-E.
Feck. You can say it.
Okay. You're not Irish. I don't know if you can.
I am. It's Brendan. You feckin' idiot.
It's 10 years since Julia Gillard stood in front of Parliament and made that extraordinary misogyny speech. She joins us on the show today.
Todd Sampson, his show, which is on again tonight, Mirror Mirror, went into the world of OnlyFans. I'm fascinated by OnlyFans. Did you know we have an OnlyFans account?
Oh, we'll discuss all that and more. And selling the engagement ring, or if you've broken up, does it pass the pub test?
Enjoy our podcast.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller. Amanda.
Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Well, hello, Amanda. How are you today?
Oh, well, how are things in your world?
Things are great. It's Helen's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Helen.
Happy birthday, Helen.
I know you went out for a family lunch on the weekend.
Yes.
What's happening today?
The kids coming around for tea.
And what are you cooking?
My daughter is going to make us something to eat, which is nice.
And have you bought a present?
I bought the present.
Well done.
Went with the gift voucher. You can't go wrong with the gift voucher. I'm saying all this because she's asleep, so she would have
can we
no idea.
Are we allowed to discuss
About the gift voucher?
about birthday presents because she won't be listening right now?
Sure.
Did Helen be happy with the gift voucher?
Of course, yeah. She said,
Do you know? Do you know that?
yeah.
Okay.
Every woman likes a gift voucher from BCF, boating, camp and fishing.
No, I know that's not
BCF
what
and
you.
fun.
What does she?
No, I'm joking.
But you did you get her a voucher?
Yeah, for Super Cheap Auto. Every woman loves something from Super Cheap Auto.
Let's drill down to the reality of this situation. Did you buy her a gift voucher?
No, I'm just joking. Yeah, I bought her a gift voucher
To what?
for RTM, Road Tech Marine.
Did you buy her a gift voucher?
Yeah, I bought her a gift voucher.
Okay.
Yeah,
And,
and-
does she want that? Because
Yeah,
some
she
women.
wants that.
I'm just throwing it out
She
there.
wants that.
Some women might feel that's impersonal.
Yeah, I said to, okay, so I'll be honest with you. I went into David Jones, and because Helen said, I want to get some makeup. I need to
Okay,
get
so you
makeup.
know what she wants.
Yeah, and I said it to the lady. I said,
I want makeup.
I said, can I get some makeup? And she looked at me and I said, oh, it's for my wife. It's for her birthday. And she said, maybe she get a gift voucher. I said, maybe that's for the best.
Yeah, no, that probably does make
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Okay. Because you remember we had a boss here who, he was American, but he told me he'd bought his wife a convict brick.
That's right. Yeah, Bob.
And I said, right. And he said, it's amazing. I'm going to put it in our driveway. I'm giving her a convict brick.
Yeah.
And I said, I know your wife. I think you need to add something else to that gift.
Yeah.
And in the end, he bought her a lovely necklace that went with it, and he thanked me afterwards.
Yeah.
Because he was going to be so wrong just wrapping up a brick.
That brick would have been thrown at him.
Even though it was an incredible brick and the history of that brick, no one for a gift wants to receive that brick.
Largely, women don't like cool stuff. That's what I've learned. Having been married to a woman for a long time, knowing you for a long time, women don't like cool stuff. Women don't like pinball machines. Women don't like motorbikes. Women don't like cool stuff.
Right.
They like diamonds and stuff that's uncool. They're shiny things that I don't really care about.
No, well, that's why you buy them for her.
And makeup stuff to put on their face.
Yeah.
But, you know, you give a woman $500 to spend at Whitworth's, what's she going to do?
What is that?
Whitworth's, the shipping chandlering shop.
Can I also suggest that, have you already written the card and put it
Not
in
yet,
everything?
no.
Can you put on the card, I think you look beautiful without makeup. I think you need, rather than, hey, here's something to cover up your mush. Don't write that. I'm here to help you.
I'm glad you're my wing
Yeah,
woman on
that's
this one. Action-packed show today. Colin Fassnidge is going to be joining us. I'm looking forward to the new show, Kitchen Nightmares. Gordon Ramsay did this in America, but
I've
I think
seen it.
Colin's
It makes-
been cast well for it.
Well, it makes me uncomfortable because they go in and yell at people
Yeah,
about how
good.
they're grilling the chops.
I like that. I like the idea of that.
All right, well, question one for the Magnificent Seven. Let's get you firing up. Which tech company created the Pixel phone?
Podcast.
We have for you the Magnificent Seven questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say,
How do you feel about a voucher for your birthday?
but it's about getting question 7 right. Jamie's in Schofield.
Hi, Jamie.
Morning, guys.
How are you?
Jamie, if you got a gift voucher, you'd be happy for that, wouldn't you?
That's because Jamie's a man.
Yeah, BCF.
Yeah, how good's BCF?
Well, this is what you get for your birthday, but how about for your wife's birthday?
What
Would
about
she
you
like a
guys?
voucher, Jamie?
Normally money.
Normally money. The
Right.
woman wants money.
The woman wants
woman
money.
wants money. They
Which
all want
cave
money.
are we in? The woman wants money.
The woman wants money. Remember you guys got me a BCF
Yeah,
voucher?
you're a guy. This is my point.
And I bought a new jockey wheel from
yeah,
a trailer.
that's right, because
That was
you're a
great.
guy.
Guys dig cool stuff.
Look, women like vouchers too, but when a guy says, "Here you go," a woman, like sometimes if a woman in our office has a birthday, we buy a voucher for a clothing company or something like that.
Yeah.
So I know vouchers are lovely,
Lululemon and stuff
all
like
that stuff, but you know, I
Yeah,
don't-
but like, women like Lululemon. Men like BCF.
Question number one for you, Jamie. What tech company created the Pixel phone?
Google.
Google.
Schoolies is the tradition of high school graduates having a week-long holiday after the HSC. But what is Toolies?
For the tradies, isn't it?
No.
Darren's in Quakers Hill.
Hello, Darren.
Good morning, Amanda. Good morning, Jonesy. Hope you guys are having a great morning.
Thank you, Darren.
You've got a little bit of City by the Bay, the City of the Rock, City never sleeps there. That's good. I like it.
I try to.
Good man.
If you're going to schoolies, that you're a high school graduate having that week-long holiday after your HSC, but what's a toolie?
Someone who goes along who is not a schoolie. Who
That's
goes
it.
along just to try.
Just to try and
too
you've
bad.
edited yourself there, just to try and exactly.
Try their luck.
Yeah.
Let's play What's on the Box. Television.
I'll turn the box on.
Which TV show has this theme? It's a very good show. I'll give you a clue. It's an American sitcom. I don't know if it's been on free-to-air TV, but it's brilliant. Any ideas, Darren?
It's not The Office, is it?
No,
The
it's not
Office.
The Office. You're right.
It's based in a police station. Let's
Yes.
just say that.
In New York.
New York. All right, that's question number 3.
Jam Nation.
The Magnificent Seven. Question 3. What's on the box? Television.
I'll turn the box on.
Which American TV sitcom based in a New York police station has this theme?
Daniel is in Eastern Creek.
Hello, Daniel. Do you know the show?
How you going, James and Amanda? Yeah, I know it. It's Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
It's a
good,
great
Daniel.
show. Have you watched it?
I have. I've spam watched it, to be honest.
It's brilliant, isn't it? I've done the same.
Good.
It's so
Boyle's
good.
my favourite.
Who is?
Boyle.
So good. Absolutely.
I got to get on this. I
Oh,
feel
have you
like I'm
never
left
seen
out.
it?
I haven't
It's-
really watched it.
It is brilliant. Very funny show.
In 1959, Daniel, Lord Mayor Jensen suggested a scheme demolishing the Queen Victoria building and replacing it with what? This is multiple choice. A, a public square, B, an ice rink, or C, a petrol station.
Is it A?
It's
is
A, public square. I would have gone for petrol station. That'd have been great.
Would you have liked that?
Well, you can never get fuel in the city. Be great.
See, this is why you're not doing our urban planning.
You stock up on your Mentos.
Yeah, we'll have petrol stations in every corner for Jonesy. Question 5. Who was Prime Minister of Australia from 2010 to 2013?
2010 to 2013.
We need an answer, I'm afraid, Daniel.
Daniel.
Sorry, Daniel.
Daniel. She's on the show today, if that's a clue.
Well, just the pronoun is the giveaway.
She is on the show today. Jamie is in Glen Alpine.
Hi, Jamie.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Very
Great.
well. Who was Prime Minister of Australia from 2010 to 2013?
It was Gillian Gillard.
Yeah, Julia Gillard.
Julia Gillard.
You did say
that's
Julia
right.
Gillard.
Close
Julia,
enough.
sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
You
We've
misspoke.
got her on the show today. It's 10 years since that very famous and so empowering that misogyny
Oh,
speech
yes.
she made. And there's a new book from women of all kind of perspectives talking about the impact of that speech and the role of sexism and misogyny in their lives. It's a fascinating read.
Are you in that book? Have you
No.
written anything?
No.
Oh, usually you're the go-to woman. They
Aren't
always
I,
get
who
you.
understands misogyny, Brendan? It's a good drying day, ladies.
You get treated like a princess in here.
Question 6. TTYL is an abbreviation for what, Jamie? If someone types TTYL, what are they saying?
No, I'm sorry, I wouldn't have a clue.
Sorry, Jamie.
TTYL, Jamie. Jackie's in Ingleburn.
Hello, Jackie.
Good morning. Hi. How
If you
are we?
if we see TTYL, what's it saying?
Talk to you later.
That's it.
Which horse racing event is happening this Saturday in Sydney?
Oh.
It's a big deal. Everyone wants to be there. Amanda's working on her fascinator.
I didn't even know, to be honest.
Everest Day.
It's the Everest. Come on, it's the world's richest race.
Remember the controversy with the Alan Jones in the Opera House and the
that was remember
the
that.
reveal of the horse numbers on the
Yeah,
Opera
no,
House
no.
wings,
What-
sales.
He didn't want that. Or
He wanted it.
that?
He wanted it.
Yeah.
And when the woman in charge, speaking of misogyny, woman in charge of the Opera House
That's right.
didn't want it, he called her all kinds of things.
That's right. Alan doesn't like the women. Congratulations. You've done won the jam pack. It's all coming your way, Jackie. $150 voucher to Holy Moly. Holy Moly, Darlinghurst, Australia's best mini golf. A double pass to One Electric Day. One Electric Day. Rocks, Cockatoo Island, October 30. Ask me who's going to be there, Jackie.
Who's going to be there?
Alan Jones.
Jimmy Barnes, The Living End, Baby Animals, The Screaming Jets and Southern Suns. Tickets on sale now from Ticketmaster. And Jonesy and Amanda Coach to choose for the colouring and some soda pencils. Jackie, anything you'd like to add to this?
Thank you very much. That all sounds wonderful. Thank you.
My pleasure,
done,
Jackie.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Wake up, people. Up and in.
Time to go to work.
I don't feel like working today. Can I just stay in bed?
Thumbing through the Germanac, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 1997, The Verve started a 4-week run at number 1 on the UK album chart with their third album, Urban Hymns, which featured Bittersweet Symphony. You remember that song?
Of course, I love it.
The band name used to be, did you know this?
Champagne?
No, I think you're thinking of
Verve?
Oasis. Oh, okay, sorry. Oasis had Champagne Supernova.
No, I'm thinking of Verve's a kind
Verve's
of champagne.
No, it used to just be Verve. That was until 1994 when an American jazz label, Verve, threatened legal action. The group had to change their name. They became the Verve. You don't want to get the jazz people jazzed, do you?
Have you got any Verve?
Would you like some Verve? Do you want-
Champagne?
do you want some-
Oh, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. That's bittersweet without the sweet.
This goes for 15 minutes.
Oh. How in a jazz band, how do you know when to stop? How come everyone finishes at the same time? How do you play the same song twice? I don't get it. Oh, that's not the Jalman, actually. We're
Keep
not
it to
playing that.
yourself, Count Basie.
That well-known phrase.
Let's play this.
Jam Nation.
You know, I've given you no warning, but I've got a local news.
Oh, where?
Well, you won't even know because I've given you no warning.
Wow.
It's local. It's Parramatta.
All right. Local news happening now in Parramatta. Righto. You've had your go. Better luck next year.
Oh, mean.
You caught me by surprise.
So you
I
went
didn't have time to
mean.
work on it.
It's an interesting story. The headline is End of the Road for the last map shop in New South Wales. The last map shop in New South Wales in Parramatta is going to close because no one can find it.
Oh.
Irony. For 25 years, the Map Centre in Parramatta has been the centre of the universe for hikers, for off-roaders, for ornithologists.
Bird watchers.
Bird watchers and fly fishermen and women. But road closures, diversions in Parramatta with the advance of the light rail, loss of advertising blinds because scaffolding has engulfed their premises. No one can find it. And the advent of the smartphone, Google Maps, car navigation means that people don't rely on maps in the way that they used to. Do you know one of the customers, this is just in 2013, to the map shop in Parramatta, was Yoko Ono.
Yoko Ono.
She bought thousands of dollars worth of maps preparing her War is Over exhibition at the Museum of Contemporary Art.
Well, she collected a lot of maps.
Here she's in aisle 3. Sorry, aisle 4. She was in aisle 4.
I remember that album cover she did with her and John in the Nude. She had a big map of Tassie. Local news happening now in Parramatta. I know. You've had your go. Better luck next year.
I'm sad for the loss of that shop.
Yeah.
All you heard was Map of Tassie, I know. From the minute I started, from the minute I said Yoko Ono, I knew that would be our finale.
Hang on, what, are you doing a review now?
I am. That's exactly what I'm doing.
This is new.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation Podcast.
Mirror, Mirror. This is Todd Sampson's new show. It was 7:30 last night on Channel 10. And I'll say this, I'm not against handheld devices or internet technology or social media. It's like going back 120 years and saying, oh, I don't want a car. I don't want the automobile. But I do agree with Todd when he talks about regulation. And when he did talk about how I find it extraordinary in this business, which we've been doing, for 1,000 years, we can't just get on and say whatever we want. But on the internet, you can do it. Like an idiot like that Alex Jones in America on YouTube was saying that the Sandy Hook massacre was a fake set up by gun-controlled lobbyists so people would take away their guns in America, and they're all crisis actors. And this guy, the algorithm in that media, had people that would be recommended to you. So on your YouTube, so you further and further go down a wormhole of conspiracy theories.
And you think you're getting the world's news. You're not.
No, you're getting a silo of
more
information.
And more narrow information.
Yeah. So Alex Jones, even Alex Jones himself, who I don't think is overly bright, is actually now in court, and he's sitting there. He started to believe it.
Believe what?
Believe his own bullshit. He was believing that it was true because people are going, yeah, you're right. There's great responsibility in this job. I could get on and say any crazy thing.
And we take that responsibility as broadcasters very seriously.
It's almost selling your soul to the devil a bit. You could say, you could make up any conspiracy theory and you will get more attention than if you just are reasonable and positive.
Well, we all know that controversy, this is what the Murdoch press does. We all know that controversy equals money. It's clickbait. It's people reading more, tuning in. That kind of fear, controversy, salacious, scandal, a story you can't afford to miss, people will tune in to see it. And you, as members of the media, you and I choose not to be that.
Exactly. And there's a moment where Alex Jones is confronted by the mother of one of the kids that was killed at Sandy Hook, and she looks him dead in the eye, and you can see him go, okay, I've mucked this up. I've mucked this up royally. And to last night's episode of Mirror Mirror, there was this fascinating bit about OnlyFans. I'm fascinated with OnlyFans.
So tell me, OnlyFans is subscription. You pay to watch someone in particular, and it's always sexual?
Yeah, well, I didn't think it was only sexual. I just thought it was so you could get access to your favourite star.
And the person who may have been on Instagram or whatever thinks, actually, I'm going to make this work for me financially. You have to pay now to hear my thoughts, like a Russell Brand or something.
Yes.
You pay to hear his thoughts. That's not sexual, so that's not OnlyFans.
Well, OnlyFans, imagine you got Russell Brand, but then you want to see him doing something with a milk bottle.
Right.
That's OnlyFans.
Right.
Todd explains it, or explained it quite well on the show.
OnlyFans was founded by tech entrepreneur Tim Stokely. His prior businesses were the adult performance sites Glam Girls and Customs For You. He's been dubbed the king of homemade porn. In the last 3 years, OnlyFans has grown from 7 million users to over 170 million, with estimated annual earnings of $1.2 billion. OnlyFans is social media with a paywall. OnlyFans successfully blurs the line between online influencer culture and pornography, which is why it's growing in popularity amongst kids.
You look at that, 7 million 3 years ago, 170 million users of it now.
There's and the people who are providing the content. Imagine they're accountants. Oh, is this a tax deduction if I... And it's so specific. I'm just looking at this here. This woman's made worldwide news. She's Australian. She's Australia's hottest racing tipster. Former jockey, Libby Hopwood. Her OnlyFans account has been making global news because she shares her betting tips while wearing lingerie.
Right.
It's specific. If life gives you lemons,
yep, make
lemonade and charge people to see it.
Maybe that's what we should do. It's like the old days of Picture and People magazine. You had readers' wives.
Yeah, someone straddling a laundry basket or leaning up against a tree in the backyard. This is more crafted than that, I'm assuming. But Married at First Sight, it's interesting. A whole lot of people from Married at First Sight are on OnlyFans and probably were before they got cast.
Well, the new range of Married at First Sight contestants for this round are coming from OnlyFans. So here's all those people that are complaining about the sanctity of marriage being defiled by Married at First Sight. Yeah. These guys are
they're being cast already because they're not genuine people. They're online performers.
Yeah, but it have to be worth your while. We should get someone from OnlyFans. Is anyone on OnlyFans?
Well, why are you looking at our production team? They're not on OnlyFans, though they do dress very well for their wages, I'll say that. All right, we'll try and get someone from OnlyFans.
Well, maybe that's something we can
Maybe you
look
want
into.
some racing tips from someone in lingerie.
Jam Nation.
There's a couple of questions that I have to ask you.
I don't answer questions.
Just answer the question, okay?
What's in it for me?
$10,000 reward.
Right here, right now, we have $10,000 up for grabs. All you have to do is answer 10 questions in 60 seconds and you will get $10,000.
There's a whole stack of you who can get you to question 10. We have got 60 seconds. We've got 10 questions. The person who answers question 10 correctly gets the money.
Paul's in Greystanes.
Hello, Paul.
Hi, Amanda. Jonesy, how are you?
Good, thanks,
We're going to
Paul.
kick off with you, Paul. So, you hesitate or you're wrong, you're out, someone takes your place. If someone answers question 10, within the time they get $10,000. You ready, Paul?
Ready as I can be.
Okay, good luck. Here we go. Question 1. What's a small coffee starting with the letter P?
Tiffany's in Glenorchy.
What's a small coffee starting with the letter P?
Piccolo.
Question 2. Which zoo in Sydney is located in Mossman?
Kangaroo.
Yes.
That's right. Question 3. Who played Winifred Sanderson in Hocus Pocus the movie?
Bette Midler.
Question 4. What British Prime Minister died in 1965?
No idea.
Belinda's in Winston Hills.
What British Prime Minister died in 1965?
Clement Attlee.
Debbie's in Spring Farm.
What British Prime Minister died in 1965?
No, pass, sorry.
Steve's in Borella.
Which British Prime Minister died in 1965?
Mr. Wilson.
Question 5. Which device do you use to click, drag and point on a computer?
The mouse.
Question 6. Cynophobia is a fear of what?
Oh, no,
Kate's in Bondi. Sinophonia, Kate.
Dogs?
Yeah, it
Yes,
is.
it is.
Cynophobia is fear of dogs.
What are the chances?
And in case you couldn't hear that was Winston Churchill
I don't
who
know what
died in
I don't know what he
1965.
said. It was like Winston.
I think he said Winston
I think
Churchill.
it sounded like it, but we got there.
We didn't get there.
No, we didn't.
We got there by not getting there. There
I was
didn't
being
get
supportive.
got.
I don't want to take the wind out of people's sails.
Well, there was no wind and there were no sails. We'll try again tomorrow.
It has been won 4 times in the past, so it can be done.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
I've seen a story about an Australian woman who's listed her Tiffany engagement ring for sale on Facebook Marketplace. The relationship ended. And people are divided as to whether she should be doing that or not. It's a $23,000 ring. It's expensive. Isn't
Wow.
it? Now, you and I have only been married once. Not to each other, I should say. So I've got a ring an ex-boyfriend bought me, but we were young and it's a nice ring. I don't wear it a lot, but I've still got it.
Was it a ring? Is it a friendship ring?
Yeah, it was a friendship ring.
Like from Puberty Blues?
Well, it wasn't a beer can puller. It wasn't one of those.
But that's what they did on Puberty Blues.
Get a friendship ring.
You get a friendship ring.
But what do you...
And then you're going around.
Then
with
you're
each
going
other.
around. Will you go around with me?
Go around with
Will
me.
you go around with me? But when an engagement breaks up or a marriage and there's been jewellery, what happens? I was looking at some stories online here. This woman said the last time she saw her wedding ring was in a strip club. I found out my husband had gone to a strip club. I was furious. I went there, I paid to get in, and I threw the ring at him and then stormed out. Imagine the mad scramble that left behind. Tassels everywhere.
Was he just there watching the show?
That's all I know, Brendan. Yeah. Obviously, that was the last straw.
Right.
But this other woman said that she took her ring, cut out the divorce notice in a newspaper. Do people put divorce notices in the newspaper? Single and ready to mingle. She said she rolled it up, slid the ring and the divorce notice into a matchbox and left it to one of her daughters to wear in years to come.
Right.
What do you do with it? Do you chuck it out in a tantrum? Do you give it back? Tales of the engagement ring.
Yeah, because remember Mariah and James, the whole engagement ring there.
What happened? Did she keep it and sell it?
Yeah, that cost a fortune.
Yeah,
you know.
well, he's got a fortune.
Well, he's got a lot
It's
of
all
money.
relative.
Yeah.
That's the same equation as normal people buying an engagement ring.
But these days, I think the average engagement ring price is about $23,000.
So do you keep it and fund your new life? What did you do with yours? Tales of the engagement ring.
We'd love to hear from you. Tribal drum will beat for this.
Jam Nation.
The tribal drama's beating tales of the engagement ring.
An Australian woman has listed her Tiffany engagement ring, $26,000, on Facebook Marketplace. And there's varying opinions as to whether she should be doing that and whether it's hers to sell or not. But what do you do with the ring, with the jewellery? And it could be a wedding ring after years of being married. Where do you put it? You don't want to wear it. Maybe you've got a new partner who doesn't want you to wear it. We've been hearing a few stories this morning. A woman who threw hers at a strip club. She went in, her husband was there, and she chucked it at him. Another woman who put it in a shoebox, in a matchbox. How big was the ring? In a matchbox, wrapped in a divorce notice so that her girls could wear it if they wanted later on.
My wife had to take her ring back to the jewellers because it had worn out.
See, that's what you want.
Her ring had worn out.
When my wedding ring, not long after we were married, I caught the only wave I've ever caught. Harley was saying, "Here, go for it," pushed me into the thing, and my wedding ring came off.
Pushed you into the surf.
Pushed me into the surf. My wedding ring came off, and I was about to go on a Beyond 2000 trip. We had to buy another wedding ring.
Right.
But Harley said in a little speech, "This is how it should be. The relationship should outlast the jewellery." But in many cases, it just doesn't. So, what do you do with your rings?
Naomi has joined us. Hello, Naomi.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. What did you do with the jewels?
Well, my engagement ring was taken back by the person who gave it to me, and I found out that same ring was actually the one that he gave his ex-wife. So he'd taken it back from her, then passed it on to me, and then when we broke up, he took it back, and I'm not sure how many girls it's gone through.
You can't do that. It's like when you rent a go-kart and you get a helmet, and you get the other helmet.
You don't want to put your head in someone else's...
Well, you're passing on the helmet to someone else.
That's bad, are you saying? I can't tell what you're saying.
Have you ever gone go-karting?
No.
You get on the go-kart and they give you a helmet.
And you don't want one that's been worn
before. And you hand it back
before.
at the end of the thing. Well, you don't want the sweaty one.
And so if you'd stayed engaged and married to him, you would have been wearing a ring he'd bought for somebody else initially?
Yeah.
Wow. And maybe before her and before her and before her.
He'd have a ring on a bit of string.
Maybe it's just one ring that goes all the way around the world for all the women.
For all the women.
Intriguing.
It's like the horse's birthday.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Something's wrong.
There's no sound.
Press a few of these buttons. I haven't switched it on.
Oh, silly me.
Hello there. If you've just joined us, the Tribal Drama's beating Tales of the Engagement Ring.
What happens when your engagement ends?
For example, I was just thinking about this. The engagement ring I gave my wife all those years ago, I sold an XS 1100 Yamaha motorbike to fund that ring.
Right.
So imagine if the engagement didn't work out. I would be pretty upset that my motorbike has gone on to something else.
Well, there is the politics of who owns the ring. We're going to get to that in the pub test. But in the meantime, what do you do with a ring? It may not just be engagement ring. Maybe you've got a wedding ring and the marriage has ended years later. You don't want to wear it. Maybe you're in a new relationship and they don't want you to be wearing it. What do you do with it? What happens to all this jewellery that no longer has its emotional attachment? Where does it go?
Here's Deirdre.
Hello, Deirdre.
Yes, good morning, Amanda and Jonesy. How are you?
Great.
What'd you do with your jewels?
Well, I found out that my husband, after 23 years, had numerous affairs. So I boxed everything up. I handed it to him and I said, give it to whoever. And then after I calmed down, of course, I said to him, look, I'd like the jewellery back. And he said, no, I'll decide where it goes, because I wanted to hand it to my grandchildren.
Sure.
And he said, no, I'll decide where that goes. And that was the end of that.
Wow. Oh. So after 23 years, we're not talking about a ring he'd bought you and you'd broken off an engagement. 23 years of marriage, he said, no, mine now.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't
Pretty
give it. But these are his grandchildren as well.
Well, yeah, but he'll decide where it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Give it to the girlfriend's kids.
What a piece of work.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, Deirdre, you poor thing.
Linda's with us as well.
Hi, Linda.
Hi.
Hello, what'd you do with your jewels?
Well, I got married very young. I had 3 kids, and it was 10 years of a bad marriage. So when it ended, I took all my rings, including the engagement ring, to the hock shop. And back in the day, I got about $180 for the lot. I went out and I bought $180 worth of toilet paper. So I'll leave it to you what that meant for me.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a lot of toilet paper.
Yeah, and I hope you thought of him every time you needed to use it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I hope it was that good stuff too, not that shiny
No,
stuff.
I hope you went with the triple ply.
There you go, triple ply.
After struggling financially, and it was a luxury to have nice toilet paper, so I bought the proverbial load of it.
Yep, absolutely.
Treat yourself. Thanks, Linda.
I liked it. You should have put your own ring on it.
Jam Nation.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda answer the pub test. And today this is something we've been talking about with the Tribal Drums, selling the engagement ring. Does it pass the pub test?
We just heard the stories of how you felt when you heard that, you were being cheated on or whatever, and what it made you do with the jewellery. But if it's an engagement ring and a marriage doesn't take place, there is a debate as to whose ring is it. And this has been debated on Facebook Marketplace. A woman is selling her Tiffany engagement ring, and it sparked a lively discussion. Some people are saying if he paid for it, it's his, he should get the money. Others saying, no, it's considered a gift. It's hers.
These days, does the guy put all the money into the engagement ring, or do they do a Harvey deal?
I think it's still assumed he pays. I think. I mean, we haven't done this for 100 years. I think he would pay for it, but it is seen as a gift.
My wife's engagement ring is it her engagement ring or our engagement ring? So back in 1990 when we got engaged, I sold that motorbike, XS 1100 Yamaha.
I hope you don't tell her that all the time.
$2,700 I sold that motorbike for.
Do you tell her all the time early on?
No, I'm just saying.
I sold a bike for that ring.
And I love that bike. It was a great bike. So I sold that bike, bought the ring, happy and still happy.
Yes, of course.
But imagine if it didn't work out and Helen went on to marry Mark Burris.
He's mine, so she can't get in there.
So imagine that. I'm bikeless.
Yeah, but if
I'd be upset.
Yes, but maybe it's your fault the engagement didn't work.
How could it be my fault?
Well, it's not your... I've given you a ring, you've broken off the engagement, it's my ring. A myriad of reasons as to why engagements end. Who has the right to the ring?
Doesn't pass the pub test for me.
Doesn't it? No. I thought it was given as a gift, and once it's yours, it's yours. Selling the engagement ring. That's how we'll phrase this. Selling the engagement ring. Does this pass the pub test?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Well, we know our next guest as the tough-talking chef on My Kitchen Rules, but strap yourself in, because his new venture looks far more stressful, far more sweary, lots of F-bombs. Well, he is Irish. Colin Fasnage is channeling Gordon Ramsay, aiming to fix Australian restaurants on the brink of collapse with his very own version of Kitchen Nightmares. Colin, hello.
Good morning.
Here he is.
What an introduction there, because he's Irish.
And he can't be that tough. He rides a Ducati.
Oh, don't even start.
Speaking of the swears, I've seen that apparently there's 53 F-bombs in the series. Someone's counted them all. Probably the censor's got RSI.
Someone in the Daily Mail actually put that up. I'm surprised they can count. But anyway.
You're surprised it's that low.
Yeah.
So the idea of this is that someone's got a restaurant, it's not thriving, it's not working. They are brave enough or foolish enough to say, Colin, come and tell us what we're doing wrong. And you actually do with no holds barred.
We do. Well, let's put it to bed. It's not Gordon Ramsay, right?
Mm-hmm.
The premise, the show started with his idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's been done. It's been dusted. I'm busy trying to work out who Colin is. I don't need to be Gordon Ramsay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of an Australian story when you think of it. We've gone through fires, we've gone through floods, we've gone through a pandemic. So me going in and screaming and shouting, trying to be someone else, Gordon Ramsay, we don't need to demean people just for TV, because a lot of the stories are very sad. Like, people are 300 grand in the hole. There's a guy sold his car to pay the wages when we were there on the night. Wow. So there is people who arc up and you do drop a few F-bombs, but if you really look at it, people are like, it's sort of the same where the restaurant industry is today.
And you're not some fly-by-night guy. You run successful restaurants. You've turned places around, and you work every day. You're cooking stuff.
I am, but what I'm saying is, I've had restaurants that haven't worked. Everyone's had something that hasn't worked, and it's a horrible feeling to do. But in saying that, some of the stories are very heartwarming, actually quite funny. And then there's a couple of disasters, a couple of clangers in there.
Yeah.
And can you walk in and see straight away, I can see what you're doing. I know what you're doing wrong.
Well, you know when you go to a cafe and it's got 60 things on the menu, right? And there's no one in there. Can you imagine 60 things sitting in that fridge, how long they're there?
Yeah.
Now you're thinking about it.
But is that the problem, though? Is there too much choice in Australia? Like, you go to Italy, you get a pizza.
Yeah.
You just get a normal pizza.
And you don't even order it. Someone just brings it to you.
But over here, there's about 50 different pizzas.
People, the problem is, everyone thinks, a restaurant, let's open it, it's great, we're going to have a great time. Like, it's one of the hardest jobs, because you're there all day, all night, and if you're not making money, it's pretty soul-destroying. And if you don't know your market, you're trying to be everything to everybody. There's so much choice now, you've really got to be good.
See, it seems like just a nightmare to me, the idea of even opening a restaurant. But I can see why, as you say, people might arc up, because this is their passion. No one likes being told what to do as much as we need. We want to fix things, but it's very hard.
Look, it was quite hard, as everyone thinks, Collins, there's staring, whatever. Like, you've got to go into someone's restaurant, like, face to face, and tell them how bad they are or what they do. It's like going into someone's house. You've got to go. So I think that sort of upset a few people.
Many years ago, I've worked in 2 commercial kitchens as a kitchen hand. And
Many years ago,
when I worked for a living. But so firsthand, I've seen, rank stuff in the cool room, and cranky chefs and all that sort of stuff. And I've seen on your Instagram, which I love, but you cook a lot of offal.
Love it.
But what's with, why are we eating lamb's brains? Like, surely in this world we don't need to eat that junk anymore.
Whoa!
Was it not in a war?
Who is this guy? You're obviously making a lot more money now.
Well, I don't know, but who's eating?
Do you know what I cooked last night? I did the bestest dinner, the bestest for kids, the big charity dinner. So there was 20 chefs last night.
Yeah.
And my entree was a pig ear schnitzel.
Pig ear schnitzel?
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
Like it's a pig ear?
Yeah.
My dog loves those.
That's what I'm fighting against.
and it's for charity. The kids are going, oh, come on.
It was 10 grand a table. But
10 people are paying 10 grand for a pig's ear.
They're all Alsatians.
Yeah, sucked in. That was amazing.
Well, Colin, it's always great to talk to you.
It does sound like a great show.
This is a great show. Kitchen Nightmares Australia starts tomorrow night, 7:30 on Channel 7 and 7 Plus. Colin Fassnidge, thank you.
See you there.
Jam Nation. I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not going to take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. Selling the engagement ring. Does this pass the pub test?
Yes, we took your calls earlier on what you've done with the ring that you still had once the relationship's over. But how do you feel about the nature of selling it? This seems to have sparked a lively debate when an Australian woman tried to sell her $23,000 Tiffany engagement ring on Facebook Marketplace. Is it your ring or is it his ring? selling the engagement ring. Does it pass the pub test?
According to Judge Judy, the engagement ring is given upon the assumption that there will be a marriage. Therefore, if there is no marriage, then the ring must go back to, the person who's purchased it.
I feel like sliding scale for that one. If it's really nice, keep it. If it's not really that great, give it back. I think if you're engaged and you don't go through with the wedding, you should give it back to the person who gave it to you. But if it's post-marriage and you're divorced, it's your ring to do with as you please. I had mine made into a lovely, stylish dress ring that I wear. If someone wants to sell it, good for them.
No, it doesn't pass the pub test. I believe that when he asks you to marry him, you say yes, and then so you agree to that and you take the ring. If you said no, then he would take the ring back. It's like doing a job for someone, and if you don't do that job, then you don't get paid.
Well, I think it depends. I mean, if the woman changes her mind, it might be fair to give it back. But if you've caught her fiancé with a goat, then maybe she wants to keep it.
I don't know, because I saw a Judge Judy and it said it was legal to give it back because it was a promise ring. You only got it if you got married.
The teachings of Judge Judy.
Many people turn to the teachings of Judge Judy, and I want to hear more about this goat.
Yeah, what have you...
Greatest of all time or an actual goat? And does that make a difference?
Does that make a difference?
Jam Nation.
It's 10 years since Julia Gillard stood up in Parliament and said the most extraordinary speech about misogyny, about sexism. This was the era where Tony Abbott was the leader of the opposition, and there was lots of feeling that he was a 1950s man, women do the ironing and, stay home. But also terrible misogyny. Remember Ditch the Witch and all this kind of terrible
the
stuff?
Caravan of confusion.
Terrible. And Alan
House.
Jones said that that Julia Gillard's father had died of shame. And she should be put in a chaff bag and dropped out to sea. Just the extraordinary things that were said. And she stood up and made this remarkable speech. Here's just a snippet of it.
I call the Prime Minister. Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker, and I rise to oppose the motion moved by the Leader of the Opposition. And in so doing, I say to the Leader of the Opposition, I will not be lectured about sexism and misogyny by this man. I will not. And the government will not be lectured about sexism and misogyny by this man. Not now, not ever.
It left many people in Parliament squirming in their seats. It was absolutely galvanising. Apparently even Julia wasn't aware of the impact of that speech until the people responded to it.
Sure.
Well, she's got a new book that she has edited of people's feelings about that speech, but also how misogyny and sexism is still alive. I was just having a look at a snippet through the book. Annabelle Crabb says that, yes, we all cop online abuse, but it's so quick to turn aggressive and sexual against women.
Yeah, what's with that?
What is with that? What has changed? Has enough changed? We're talking to Julia Gillard next.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Well, we've just been discussing that it's 10 years since Julia Gillard delivered the speech of her life, a speech that would go on to become a rallying cry for women everywhere who've been subjected to sexism, to misogyny in their personal and their working lives. A decade on, what has changed and what has stayed the same? Julia has released a new book edited by her called Not Now, Not Ever. She joins us now. Julia, hello.
Hello, lovely to be with you. Long time.
It's so great to see you.
Great to be back.
Not since you bought us a cheesecake. Remember when you bought us a cheesecake?
Oh dear, bribery and corruption scandal.
Look out
for an
ICAC.
inquiry. That's right. When you made this speech 10 years ago, were you aware the impact it would have? At the time, did you feel that you owned the moment and you knew it?
I felt I owned the moment in the sense that it was a powerful speech in the Parliament. I mean, you can tell because you're very close to the opposition how they're reacting. You can read the body language, and they went from kind of, heads up, animated, yelling at me, to heads down, looking at their phones. So I knew it had been a powerful speech in the Parliament, but I had no idea we would be talking about it a week later, let alone 10 years later. No idea at all.
This book is extraordinary, with many women's experiences, not just about how they felt about your speech and how galvanising it was, but misogyny in their own lives. So interested in the chapter by Jennifer Palmieri. She was Hillary Clinton's campaign communications director. And she says that Hillary was the one that had to school her in saying how hard this will be for Julia to become president of the US, so for Hillary to become the first female president. Jennifer said, well, this shouldn't be too hard. And Hillary was one who had to said, this will be almost impossible.
Yeah, Jennifer Palmieri's chapter is fantastic. I mean, I think this is a great collection of essays for a great cause. All of the proceeds go to support the work of the Global Institute for Women's Leadership. And I think that Hillary-Jennifer discussion actually shines a light on a broader problem, which is a lot of people think, gender inequality, haven't we fixed that already? I mean, after all, we've had one woman prime minister, it must all be fixed now. But it's really, when you look at the statistics here in Australia, let alone globally, still a very entrenched problem. I mean, whether we're looking at parliaments, at businesses, at the news media, at technology, still we disproportionately see men at the top. And women from their own lives know that there are gendered hurdles in their way and there are still sexist stereotypes that are brought to bear and that they end up getting very frustrated around. So more to do, and we'll only have reached equality when you look at the top and 50% of the time you're seeing a woman. So it's not about one woman prime minister, it's basically about over a 20, 30, 40-year period, half of the prime ministers being women.
And the vitriol really turns, Amanda just said this before, and you summed it up so well, it just gets so personal. If a powerful woman says something, it's always something about how they look or something sexual. And
yes, Annabelle Crabb kind of nailed that in here. She said how any criticism becomes a criticism of either your appearance or it's aggressively sexual in nature.
Yeah, I think Annabelle's really pointing a light on the way in which things that potentially wouldn't be said face to face anymore still get a huge run on social media, and the anonymity of social media means people do go from, I didn't like what you said on TV to, you should be raped and killed. She points out that can be 2 or 3 tweets and people are in that violent misogynist zone. So I think there's a lot to think about with social media and how we make it safer for women. Now, I'm not a technology person, I can basically use my phone and that's it. But it seems to me that there are smart technology people who could be amending the algorithms of social media so women don't face this time after time. In face-to-face life, in the real world, to use that terminology, I think the face of sexism and misogyny today is a bit more benign than what you would read on social media, but it's still excluding. It's the things like, don't get too upset, why don't you lighten up? Why don't you smile a bit more? The stereotypes that a woman who has power is probably a pretty nasty person. All of those come into play. And I've met hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of women who have got their own story about all of that.
Do you find from in the 10 years, like people like Tony Abbott, has any of those people that were in opposition when you were doing that speech, has anyone said, you know what, you were right?
No. I wish I could say there'd been some outbreak of bipartisanship, but that's not my expectation. And in many ways, it doesn't really matter because for me, it's not about looking back then and working out, who should say what to who about it. That's not my interest. I only look back to distill the lessons that we can take forward as we're still on this quest to change the world. And the Global Institute for Women's Leadership is all about that. It's all about the evidence and the most effective toolkit for change so we get this job done as quickly as possible.
Oh.
Well, Julia, it's great. It's great to see you again. Not ever. Edited by Julia Gillard. It's out now in all good bookstores.
It is fantastic.
And online. We look forward to you coming to the studio and bringing yet another cheesecake.
You're on.
We'll hold you to that.
So nice to talk to you, Julia. You take care.
Very nice to see you.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation Podcast.
Fueled by Sinclair Automotive Penrith, Ford, Isuzu Ute and SsangYong. Sales, service and parts. Sinclair Automotive. We're a family.
WSFM's $100,000 beat. The Bowser.
How good is this? We're joined by Diana of Cremorne.
Hello, Diana.
Hi, how are you both?
We're very well. Taking you on today, Stephen in Kingswood. Hello, Stephen.
Hello, Amanda. Hello, Joe.
Jonesy.
We
That's all right, Steve.
we have a whole stack of, well, who knows how much we've got to give away. Well, there's $100,000 over the coming time. So, the Bowser, we're going to fill up your car. You have to call out using your name, lucky you're not using Jonesy's name, when you want the Bowser to stop. What do you say, Diana?
Diana.
And what about you, Stephen?
Stephen.
Here we go.
Someone has to call it out before the Bowser goes bust. Here we go.
$50. $130. $200.
Diana.
Diana, $250.
$250. That'll fill up your car.
Thank you so much.
This is a hard bit. Let's hear how far we would have gone.
$300. $350. $390. $410. $450. $490. $600. $750.
Stephen's going, oh, great.
Oh, still.
I'm really happy. I'm really happy.
Good. You got $240 you didn't have a few minutes ago. Congratulations.
Exactly. Thank you.
Good on you, Diana. Good on you, Stephen. It'll be back again after 9 o'clock this morning. $100,000 worth of free fuel with Bill Weaver.
Jam Nation.
And I was hoping to watch The Real Love Boat, but that wasn't on the telly last night. It hasn't been axed already, has it?
No, I don't think it's on every night.
Okay. Because I love The Real Love Boat.
Really?
It's probably more...
Not many people are watching.
I just like seeing Daniel Doody.
Well, you can also see him on Studio 10, I think.
Can I?
Yeah.
Oh.
He spans the whole day.
It's Doody everywhere. Anyway, I was watching, and I'm happy for it, Mirror Mirror, Todd Sampson show. We had Todd Sampson on the show.
Let me just say to you that they're both Channel 10 shows, so they couldn't have both been on at the same time.
No, of course not. Of course, I understand how TV works.
Do you? Okay.
I know TV.
I know your brain is fractured.
I've got a TV week at home, and I can navigate that. Anyway, I was watching Mirror Mirror. It's a really good show. The bit about OnlyFans, though, was fascinating.
OnlyFans was founded by tech entrepreneur Tim Stokely. His prior businesses were the adult performance sites Glam Girls and Customs For You. He's been dubbed the king of homemade porn. In the last 3 years, OnlyFans has grown from 7 million users to over 170 million, with estimated annual earnings of $1.2 billion. OnlyFans is social media with a paywall. OnlyFans successfully blurs the line between online influencer culture and pornography, which is why it's growing in popularity amongst kids.
3 years
Terrifying.
ago, 7 million people, now 170 million people.
Well, it's highly specific. There's an article here from the New York Post saying there's Australia's hottest racing tipster and former jockey, Libby Hopwood, has an OnlyFans account, and she shares betting tips while wearing lingerie. That's highly specific. But it's all sexual, is it?
Well, apparently
I assume so.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're tracking down Hayley Vernon. You remember Hayley Vernon from Married at First Sight?
Toothbrush in the toilet.
Don't forget your toothbrush.
Don't forget your toothbrush. It's in with a Harpic Flush-Matic.
But the other thing, and I find fascinating...
let's just put her in a context. She was the one that all of the Married at First Sight people are going to for advice because she is the OG on OnlyFans from Married at First Sight.
And I'll say this to you. So Married at First Sight, everyone was saying you're ruining the sanctity of marriage. But now they're drawing from the well of OnlyFans to be future contestants.
Sanctity of what?
Sanctity of what?
I've seen the well.
Cover
it up.
You can see your well. While we work on getting Hayley Vernon, I just speculated. I was just standing outside on the factory floor, just having a look at the people that work for us and what they do. And Jenna, who's one of our top people, she piped in with the news that we have an OnlyFans site. Jenna.
Really?
Yes, it's true. So last week was Be Real. This week it's OnlyFans.
But I thought you had to, as a content provider, provide sexual material. You don't have to?
You don't have to, but primarily you do. So before you think that I've put up weird videos, I haven't. We've just got the account set up.
In case we feel like it.
Yes, just in case. I just wanted to reserve it just in case in future you wanted to embark on something different.
Oh.
Well, so what have we got? What does it look like when you go on
So I've got photos of the dolls.
The dollies?
Oh, yes, from our ad campaign.
Yes, and
Are they clothed?
Yes, they are clothed.
Okay.
Because I will say this, I have a confession to make. I was tinkering with the dolls, filming something else, and I had to undress your dolly.
Did you touch me?
I had to. What I had to do,
I hope you wore gloves and a blindfold.
because your torso broke away from your top torso, broke away from your bottom
Happens
torso.
a lot with me.
So I had to.
I'm long in the fork.
Yeah. Jennifer,
My mother.
Amanda's late mother, used to say that Amanda, when they go to Fletcher Jones to get some good slacks.
Get a good pair of slacks, you can live in them.
Yeah, but
I prefer a house, if it's all right with you.
the problem was you're too long in the fork.
Too long in the fork, which is why I either get camel toe or muffin top. I don't know which is worse.
So anyway, I was
Anyway, that's
I was
by
attending
the
to the
by.
dolly, so I had to get some electrical tape and make a corset for your dolly.
Oh, this is creepy.
It's not creepy. Maybe we should put that as our first OnlyFans thing. Amanda in her duct tape corset.
Yeah.
Dolly.
Well, maybe not.
No.
Well, we could make some coin out of this.
Oh, yeah, who doesn't want to see that? Though the fetishes are unusual. I was reading about a woman today who said that she's on OnlyFans and strips off and does all that stuff, and that's all fine.
Yep.
But she thinks people are disgusting when some guy asked her to vomit milk on herself. And she goes, that's weird. And I go, well, it's all weird.
You know, when I was a
Where
kid-
are the degrees of weird?
You'd watch that on Romper Room, some kid drinking milk. It's just the society we're living
That's
in.
what we're living in.
Man. Okay, Jenna, we'll keep us posted
Jenna,
on
keep
that.
us posted, please.
And
Yep, of course.
apparently Hayley Vernon, the girls, there's maybe tomorrow. Might get Hayley
We'll
on.
get Hayley on tomorrow.
Jam Nation.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
If you'd like to share a ghoulie with us, you can call our hotline anytime, 90617 Our favourite ghoulie of the year gets $20,000 cash and a year's supply of chocolate from Darryl Lee. It's quite the prize.
What have we got?
The thing that gets my ghoulies is this new technology that makes you feel dumb. Starts off with your phone. It's playing stuff out of my pocket, so I don't know what it's doing. Then I get in my wife's new car, and it actually had to go at her for crossing the line before she indicates. But the worst one, the one that really gets my ghoulies, are the new fridges. They don't close the door. They just make a little sign to make you rush and close the door for them. Modern technology, I don't know.
It's true.
It is very true.
Although my microwave the other day said, enjoy your meal after I used it. And I went, you fool, it's only coffee.
Oh, you got it a beauty,
So who looks like
Brendan.
the idiot?
What else?
I recently bought some poppers for a barbecue, and one particular brand had paper straws. So none of the kids could even punch a hole through the little popper hole. Once we finally got them in, the kids have a sip, have a play, come back, and the straws flopped over and stuck together. You can't drink through it. Fair enough, you want to be good for the environment, but the straw was still wrapped in plastic, stuck to the popper, and all 6 poppers were stuck together, wrapped in plastic. Like, come on, what's the point of a paper straw if you're going to still use plastic for your product?
True.
Good point.
And it doesn't penetrate anything. Paper doesn't penetrate.
No, you're going to have to... That would be hard to punch a hole in that popper with a paper straw.
People still call them poppers.
Yeah, I think so. They're poppers, aren't they?
Yeah,
Just
the poppers.
poppers?
When I was a kid, that was a big thing. I just thought that they went the way of the...
Mamas and the poppers.
Out with the bad, in with the good. If you dipped out, doesn't matter. You can always call our hotline number, 90617 It's 5 to 9.
Our favourite caller, email, or Facebook friend wins $300 to spend at Mrs. Fields. Mrs. Fields' award-winning coffee and the world's best chocolatey cookies.
Their cookies are as chocolatey as all get out. And you'll also get the Jonesy and Amanda tea towel and fridge magnet.
An Australian woman has listed her $23,000 Tiffany engagement ring for sale on Facebook Marketplace after the relationship ended. It sparked a lively discussion. We drilled down this morning on many saying she has every right to sell it, others saying she shouldn't have to give it back. But the tribal drum was beating for tales of the engagement ring. Here's Linda from Glossodia.
I got married very young. I had 3 kids, and it was 10 years of a bad marriage. So when it ended, I took all my rings, including the engagement ring, to the hock shop. And back in the day, I got about $180 for the lot. I went out and I bought $180 worth of toilet paper. Well, I'll leave it to you what that meant to me.
Quilton would have been loving her bum.
Should have put a ring on it entirely.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Well, Bill Weaver's up next. He's got more free fuel to give away with Beat the Bowser.
We'll be back from 6 to 9 for Jam Nation.
We'll see you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over. Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, dear, from your eyes. Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
One swallow, king, cheerio, goodbye.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation. Podcast.
Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.